Hey, what's up guys, Sowerz here, and today I'm going to bring you an EGL10 review. I did go to the event yesterday, just for the final day, because I did actually say that I wasn't going to be attending, but I managed to get some time free. And so I thought I'd just go down for the day, kind of check the event out, show my first round, and yeah, speak to some people. And, you know, I'm going to drop my thoughts on the event and also kind of discuss the placements, because as most of you will know by now, it was a pretty crazy event. And I'll also mention a bit about UMG as well, because that was on the same weekend as well. But you probably sat watching this gameplay thinking, what the hell is this? Is this a public match? But no, it's a league play match. I do stream quite a lot of league play, so hopefully quite a few of you guys are used to seeing me play some league. But I just thought I'd mix it up a bit. I haven't really been playing much in terms of 8s or team scrims, obviously. And it's a pretty good gameplay, so hopefully it's a bit of an enjoyable watch for you guys. So, you know, don't gun me down or anything if you don't really like watching the league play stuff. But if you do enjoy it, then, you know, please let me know and I'll upload a bit more. Maybe it's a bit more action-packed. Anyway, let's get straight into it. EGL10 has now finished the, you know, I've got the results here, I'll go through it, but I'll start from the top. Infused, obviously walking away with the win. I don't know how much prize money they took away, but I'm assuming quite a bit. Second place was Millennium, the French team, plus Tommy. Third place, Horizon, which is another shock. Fourth place, Expectation. And we'll kind of go through those teams and kind of what they're expecting before the event. I mean, Infused, obviously walking away with the win. I believe they only dropped one respawn game mode, which is a very... It's not an easy thing to do. That obviously shows what a strong team they were. Vintage, Jake, Josh and Bizzle. From what I saw, watching them, I did see a few of their games on the main stage. They all really did pull their own weight. You know, a lot of people had the doubts going into this tournament with Infused because they hadn't played. Vintage wasn't very active, but I think Vintage proved to a lot of people that he is still a top player. He definitely stepped up a lot of times, especially against Prophecy. When they played on the main stage, he made some huge plays to put them... to make them win the hardpoint slums, and I really do think that they're a team that really clicked, and I think it kind of showed that Black Ops 2 in a way. It's all about getting a team that clicks together and kind of has the suitable roles covered, and they looked really aggressive as a team. The three SMGs just looked really aggressive, and it definitely paid off for them. It looked really comfortable in terms of respawn game types. S&D obviously lost quite a few of them, but in general I think they'll be really chuffed with that. Obviously they get invited to the ESWC now, I'm pretty sure. And we'll probably likely see them at Gfinity as well, although I don't know if it's 18 plus, so, you know, I don't know how things will go for Josh because I don't think he's 18, so we'll likely see them at the next few events though. But yeah, great result for them. First place, I didn't predict them to come top 3. I kind of really just kind of thought that preparation had let them down, but that's one thing that this event really kind of has proven, is that preparation isn't everything on this game. I think it's a lot about momentum and chemistry. Some teams you could tell the chemistry wasn't there, some teams you could see that they just naturally clicked, and they were one of those teams that this weekend just clicked perfectly. Everything seemed to go their way. So congrats to them guys, you know, really pleased for them, and obviously Jake's broke his curse, so that's good for him. And yeah, hopefully we'll see them stick together, which I'm sure we will, and see them in the next events. Millennium coming second place, the French team, I think nobody expected that as well. Obviously Tommy's in them now, so, you know, they're a really strong team, and for what I saw, once again, all of them really did pull their own weight, and it was just a great team performance. Definitely did, I think, exceed expectations, so it's a good result for them. I'm sure the whole of France was behind them as well. From what I saw, Desert Live got a lot of viewers. The French Desert Live, I mean, sorry. So, you know, obviously another shock result there. Not much to say about that other than, you know, it's pretty similar to the third place Horizon, who also pretty much shocked everybody by beating TCM in the semi-final. I think that was the game that really... You know, everybody was kind of like, hang on here, what's going on? You know, what is actually going on? How are TCM losing to Horizon, who have barely played the game? And maybe it's just another case again that they just clicked as a team. From what I heard, you know, I heard Pete and Kyle had really good events, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that all of them will have pulled their own weight. But, you know, to come third place and beat the likes of TCM is definitely a pretty encouraging sign for them as a team. To say they barely played at all. McGee wasn't really that active from what I heard, which... you know, he's one of those players that really, he doesn't need to smash the game out to perform well, but you would say that this game is mainly teamwork, and clearly they just clicked naturally. I'm pretty sure McGee's teamed with them before anyway on this game. Or it might have just been mod 3 actually, but yeah, I think it was actually just Modern Warfare 3. But yeah, I mean, you know, clearly that team once again, just another team that I think the top 3 teams really just on the day clicked, and everything just went well for them. And you know, it kind of does raise questions over Black Ops 2. What makes a good team on Black Ops 2? Is it just, you know, a team that clicks, is it a team that smashes the game the most and, you know, is the most prepared? I think looking at complexity, I think you have to say chemistry is key because, you know, look at complexity. I mean, they pretty much stormed UMG, and you can tell that the chemistry is there in that team. And I think, you know, looking at the order of the teams in the placings, you'd say that the teams at the top naturally had the better chemistry in game and just seemed to understand each other's games more. And so maybe it's not about getting the best players all in one team. Maybe it's about getting people that are going to have every role covered and can understand each other's games really well. And I think that's what, you know, put those three at the top. Team expectation, probably the shock of the tournament. I think coming 4th place, nobody will have expected that at all. That's Necrum's team, Necrum. Freako Luke as well, yeah, so that's a good result for him. I know that guy pretty well, good guy, so that's a good result for him. Electricity, and I think Rob's is the 4th. If I'm wrong, then make sure you correct me, but yeah, that's a pretty good result for them. I think none of them have really, of recent, had the best kind of results. I mean, Necrum took a long break, so for him to come back and place 4th, kind of a similar story to Vintage really. I mean, taking a long break and just coming back and bringing out a good result, so really good result for them. Maybe that is the kind of event they needed to kind of staple their name at the top, and maybe we'll see them, hopefully we'll see them stick together. I think a big mistake a lot of teams make is they place well like this and then they get offers from teams that have placed below them but have bigger names, so they think, ooh, let's jump ship. I think it'd be a good idea for them to stick as a team and really try and build on it and move forward. You know, teams that split up in that situation seem to end up just fizzling out and end up, you know, back to where they started off. So I think, you know, personally I'd recommend them to stick together and give it another event and see if they can improve on it and kind of gain a bit of stability there and kind of build their own team and not try and hop onto other teams. But I guess that's up to them. 5th place, Team Prophecy. Probably another, yeah, you could arguably say actually the shock of the tournament in terms of placing not as well as they wanted to. I did see a few of their games and, you know, there was, I think everybody could tell, you know, in terms of the team, they didn't click like other teams did. I don't know why, but yeah, this chemistry just didn't seem to be there. You know, I think everybody was saying Epsilon was a better team, and you know, you'd have to say that after this result that, yeah, probably Epsilon were a better team, you know. But at the end of the day, they had the players there. The players in that team have all done it before. They've all won events before. And really, you know, this is a kind of team where you look at it and think, hang on, right, you know, what is this game about? And maybe it is just that the chemistry wasn't there in that team. And, you know, I'm pretty, you know, if I had to predict right now, I can't see that team sticking together. I don't know the ins and outs on that team and what's going on, but you know, there was arguments going on and things like that. So for me, you know, that this is the kind of placing that shows that this game is just pure chemistry about having players who not only get on out of game but in game and understand each other's games. And it just looked to me like Prophecy kind of are a bit all over the place in some places. Yeah, they've got the individual skill and the individual brilliance that you need, but as a team it just didn't seem to click, and there's no doubt about it, that is a pretty shocking placement for them. I think anything outside of the top 2 was pretty bad. I mean, everybody was expecting them to win, obviously, but to place 5th, no doubt about it, is not what any of them guys, you know, really imagined. And I can definitely see things changing up and another flurry of team changes once again. TCM Gaming comes 6th, another really disappointing result for them. A team that personally I thought was probably the team that was almost guaranteed a top 3, because they kind of seen them as an all-round team that can play every game type, but I didn't see their game against, I think it might have been Expectation. They got knocked out to. I'm not sure, or was it Horizon or Millennium? I think it might have been Millennium. I didn't see that the one that lost in loser bracket. I saw the one against Horizon, which personally, from what I saw, it looked to me like they did kind of choke that game, and I think that kind of changed their tournament. I think that winner bracket game against Horizon definitely was their kind of you know, the point of which was going to decide their tournament, if you like. And when they lost that game, maybe their heads did drop, because, you know, from what I saw, they definitely should have closed that game out. They had a 100-point lead on the hard point, and so really they're going to be really disappointed. But you know what, TCM have had a good run on this game, and I think I can see them sticking together, because it's one bad result, and really I do think that if they close that Horizon game out, they could have won this event, and it could have been a different story for them. I think they just got to look at it logically and kind of break it down and realise, hang on here, you know, if we did beat Horizon, which we should have done, you know, in their eyes they should have beat them, but, you know, I'm not taking anything away from Horizon, but, you know, if you look at the VOD back, you know, they'll be thinking, hang on, how did we not close that game out, you know? Horizon really did make an immense comeback, but TCM definitely have to look there and think, right, you know, on another day we could have done well, and we shouldn't really make any rash decisions right now and start changing the team. That's just how I think that should be. Kind of running out a bit on time here, so I'll kind of run through quickly. Curse coming 7th, 8th. They kind of managed to step up a bit, and instead of coming 9th to 12th, they actually broke into the top 8 again after a really close game against Tech, which was a pretty intense game. Maybe we'll see some videos of the reactions in that one. Team Insight, who placed pretty solid top 8. That's a good result for them, I'd say. Aware, who obviously Torres wasn't there and Shane picked up, came 9th to 12th. They won't be happy with that. But, you know, using a pickup on, you know, on the day isn't going to help one bit. And then Tech coming top 12, they probably won't be happy with that either. I predicted them to come top 3 actually in my previous video, so yeah, they won't be happy with that, there's no doubt about it, and you know, what will happen with them I'm not sure. Infinito, Blueprint and SNX Gaming coming top 12, 2 good results for them, so you know, overall some pretty good good results for some teams there. Other teams won't be happy at all, and I have to say this is probably the most unpredictable EGL result I've ever seen. You know, the expectation of TCM and Prophecy was definitely to be, you know, them two to be in the final, and it just wasn't to be. You know, every other team really did step up, and I definitely think that the transfer window truly is open, and you know, Jim White will be loving this right now. Let's put it that way, because I honestly do think that every team, bar a couple, is going to change. So yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, amazing event in terms of the results. The venue was brilliant. I actually do prefer it compared to Blackpool. Hopefully they'll go back to Blackpool, because Sheffield did look like a perfect venue in terms of, you know, train station was just down the road, there was food there, the venue was pretty clean and nice, and even though the stream, there's a lot of things that could have been improved inside the venue, which I won't go into too much, but I definitely think in terms of the quality of the stream and the equipment they've got, I don't know what's going on, but it seems to me they're running out of equipment. They haven't got as many cameras, and production just wasn't as good at this event. And hopefully, you know, I definitely think they're taking a step back in that sense. EGL, I don't know why, but hopefully, you know, in the next events they can start moving forward, especially for Cod Ghosts, and hopefully they don't fall behind, because I can see Gfinity next year doing open events, and it could kill EGL off. So we'll see. You know, hopefully they do. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Obviously, UMG as well. Quick mention there that Complexity did storm that event. Second place was Team Caliber, which is the ex-VVV squad. Third place Epsilon, so the only shot really there was Envy not placing that well, but I guess we'll see at the next event how they get on. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate everyone watching. I will be back to streaming once again. I will have lots of free time in the next month, so expect a lot of content and streams and stuff, and you know, I'll try and improve your games and play with viewers on the stream and stuff. So yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys. If you could drop this video a like if you enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy.